Surely profit a man if he gains the whole world and lose his soul. My brother, run back to the Lord. He's waiting on you. Padawale. What shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and lose his soul? My sister, run back to the Lord. He's waiting on you, yeah. Padawale. Oh, Ama Padawale, Padawale, Padawale. Ama Padawale, Padawale, Padawale.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming on the show with me this morning. Thank you very much. I really appreciate this. As you're coming in, I want you to go ahead and share the video right on your page. Let's get more people connected as you're coming on the show. Thank you very much. Amazing. God bless you. Waton Oluwayemisi Adebisi Adams. God bless you. Kemi Onoshoga, Jesse Kisses. God bless you. Favor Uibo. God bless you. Thank you very much, guys, as you're coming in. Let's get more people connected as we share the video on our walls. And we'll just make more people to connect on the show this morning. Hallelujah.
I'm the Lord, I created you, waiting on you, yeah. My arms are open wide. There's a table prepared.
Tinashi.
Oh, you need.
What's up, my brother? How you doing this morning? God bless you. Thank you for connecting.
Omo Padawale, Padawale, Padawale. Omo Padawale, Padawale, Padawale. Jesu pe pada ajo tabile Padawale.
And for your information this morning, we are going to be looking straight into the topic we call the ways men destroy their marriage, the way they destroy their homes. And we're not just going to be talking about the men alone, but we are going to be talking about how women destroy their homes too later. I want to quickly just give a shout out to all my fans on Telegram. You know, the Telegram parade is actually very hot. You know, they discuss real things, man. You know, sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, I check it out and I see how people are just pouring out their minds. My God, I love this music, man. I love this music. It's fantastic music by Pastor Taiwo Balogun, based in Abuja. So, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Another great moment in the presence of God as we are going to be digging into something very important. Joseph Obadari, how you doing, my brother? God bless you. Yinka Elliot, God bless you. Lua Tobi Udukale, God bless you. Adetunji Sarah, how you doing this morning? Hallelujah. Now, we're going to be looking into um, different ways men go by destroying their homes without Ambassador Nero. How you doing, my brother? You know how they destroy their homes without even knowing about it. So many of them will fight you and they will continue to say, I've been a good man, I've been supportive, I go to work, I make money, I pay bills. You see, paying bills alone is not what we're talking about. You know, paying bills is good. All right, to pay bills, fantastic for a man to be responsible, to be, um, a giver in a relationship. For you to pay bills is part of your responsibility anyway. Uh, part of the responsibilities as a man, as a husband in the home to pay the bills. So when you're doing that, please, I really don't think you need to now depend upon that alone and say, okay, you've been good and that's all you can do. I'm going to work, I'm working tirelessly, I go out, I bring money home. That's not the only. That's not the only thing you need to do. There are other things that a man must do in a relationship, other things that a man must actually contribute in a relationship to make it work the way it should work. All right, and we're going to be touching very very few today. I'm going to come back with a part B later, but before I proceed, I want to quickly just let you guys understand that I still have the copy of this book available onto you guys anywhere you are. My wife, my life is still available for people who would love to purchase it. You can go on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on my website. You can get it here on Facebook also. If you go to the marketplace, you'll be able to see it in the store. My wife, my life, unlocking the hidden treasure in your wife. And my other books are coming. They're coming very soon. I will soon get copies to show you guys and how to purchase them, how to get them. All right. So it is very important for us to read books. It's very important for us to empower ourselves and actually be able to develop your mind. Develop your mind. We didn't have the opportunity to go to marriage school before we got married or before leaving Africa. But nowadays you are able to come to marriage school as you come on social media to watch Pastor Shola and other marriage counselors and all kinds of stuff. So it's more of a marriage school right this moment. For young people who are listening, this is going to actually teach you a whole lot of stuff. You'll be able to gain a lot of stuff by listening to all of this stuff. All right, you'll be able to get yourself ready, prepared for relationship. You get yourself ready, get yourself prepared for relationship, and then you will not allow people to take advantage of you because you're going to know all about relationship, and you're going to be able to cherish yourself, love yourself, and you don't need anyone's acceptance to live your life. All right, you're going to be able to develop your self-esteem, and you will love yourself, and you will love yourself also. Now, so many things do happen in relationship. People do complain about this, about all that. Um, Majorly, we see that women do complain a lot because um, over 60% of men, they are not interested in commitment. They don't want to commit to anything. Men, they always love to live their life freely. They want to be married and stay married, but they don't want the woman to put pressure on them. Like I said last night, pressure is something that men don't want. We don't want anyone asking us where you're coming from. We don't want to know anyone asking us what are you doing, when are you doing it, who are you talking to, how much do you have in your bank account? I want to buy this. Do I need money? I need this. We don't want nobody asking us and putting pressure on us like that. We want to live a single brother's life. All right. I want to live with our wives like a girlfriend. That we are not responsible in any way. You don't have the right to know anything about us. All right. And that's not going to help the relationship. That's going to mess up things along the line. That's going to ruin the stuff along the line. We need to understand how to hold marriage down. So today we're going to be looking at the ways men, the ways that the how can I put it, unknown ways, men go through or they pass through to destroy their own relationships. All right. So number one that I'm going to talk about quickly today is leaving your wife alone. Leaving your wife alone. Many of our men don't understand when we talk about cleaving. The Bible says, "For this cause a man will leave his father and mother, and they shall cleave together, and they will become one flesh." The aspect of cleaving together means that you abandon every other person. You leave every other person alone and you will be with your wife and her alone. So when you leave your wife alone, you are breaking your relationship by yourself. It is not good for someone to be alone. It is not good for a woman to be alone. It is not good for a man to be alone. When you are promoting such a kind of a thing in your relationship, it means that you're digging a grave for your marriage. Leaving your wife alone will definitely result into divorce because the woman will be so much alone that she'll be doing all things by herself. She'll be paying school fees by herself, cooking by herself, eating by herself, taking care of her kids by herself, and then she will become lonely. And when she becomes lonely, she get depressed. And when she get depressed, she will start having mental issues, and then the family will not be together anymore. And then the next thing that she will be looking for is a way to get out of that situation because she will love to have another chance to breathe and to be happy again. To be happy again. So when you leave your wife alone, many of you men do that. You come back from work late, you get dressed up again, you're gone. On Saturday, you are supposed to be home. Saturday is your day off. You don't go to work on Saturday. And then Saturday morning by 9 o'clock, you got dressed up again and you're gone. Always hanging out with your friends, hanging out with your brother, hanging out with your mom, going somewhere with friends and all kinds of stuff. And you always leave your wife behind. You are digging a grave for that marriage. The marriage will soon collapse. Because marriage can only work when you guys work together and do things together and mingle together and stick together. All right. When you stick together, marriage can work. When you stick together, it's going to be very easy to get to know her, and then she will get to know you too. But when you keep on embracing foreigners, you embrace other people over your wife, you hang out with other people, you don't hang out with your wife, you hang out with your family members, your friends. It means that you guys are not really connected because connection means that I love this woman. I want to spend the rest of my life with her. I can never get tired of being around her. Being around her. So the moment you are leaving your home and leaving your wife alone and walking away, you are digging a grave for your marriage. And you may not know. It's possible for you not to know. You may believe that, okay, well, I come home every night. When I come home every night, I come home like around 12 midnight or 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, we still have sex, whenever I come and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not enough. That's not enough to hold marriage together. You have to be 24/7 present in that home. It's not like, okay, you are not going to go out and mingle with people. I'm not saying you don't have the right to go and mingle with people. I don't say you have no right to go and mingle with your family members. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that your wife must be on the top of your priority list. Your wife must be number one. She must enjoy you first. She must enjoy your money first. She must get your attention first. She must get your undivided attention all the time. All right? You are not supposed to be selfish towards her. You're supposed to be available unto her. She must find you whenever she's in need of you. You must be present in that place where she is all the time because you're supposed to be the fence around her. You're supposed to be the giver to her. You're supposed to be the protector for her life. So you must be around her constantly. So when you are around her constantly, that will give her a kind of a sense of security that my man is here constantly. Constantly. All right. So that's the most important thing. That's one thing men may not understand it. They might not think they're actually having any problem with that, but you are actually having a problem with that. That stuff you're doing is not correct. You can't just continue to abandon your wife and walk away and be hanging out with people that do not matter to you in your relationship. By the time your marriage is working, if your marriage is at peace, you will find out that hanging out with your family or hanging out with your friends will be easy for you to do. Will be easy for you to do. The moment you are actually jumping from one place to the other place, you're actually gallivanting all around the place and you abandon your home. Let me tell you something. That is actually your defense. The person that's supposed to defend you, the person that's supposed to be with you, the person that's supposed to know all about you and and the person that is your next of kin, that's your partner, that's your personal assistant, is no longer connected to you. If anything should happen to you outside, who do you think will stand? Your friends cannot stand for you. You will find out that your brother can't stand for you in some situations too. It is your wife that's supposed to be able to stick her neck out for your life if you have been a good person. If you have carried her along, she will be able to stick her neck out for you. So if you're looking at your relationship that, well, I don't trust my wife, it means that something is wrong. Why did you marry her in the first place? Then you guys are not meant to be together. If there is any kind of condition in your marriage, or probably there is a situation in your marriage, I believe this is the moment for us to go and fix it, fix that marriage, and be able to stay home and do what married people do. Married people stay together. Married people, they love their wives, they love their husbands. Married people, they invest together. Married people, they live together, they sleep together. Married people fight, married people settle. Married people have misunderstanding, married people move on. Married people have misunderstanding, they settle misunderstanding, they grow matured. That's what married people do. Married people don't go for divorce. Married people stay in a relationship, they look at the relationship critically, and then they change for that other person to change. They are not rigid people. Married people are not rigid. Married people are not egocentric. Married people, they are loving and caring. They listen to another person. Married people, they're very polite. Married people, all right, they are godly. They're godly. So when you leave your home, when you leave your wife alone, you are digging a grave for your marriage. Then your marriage will not stand. It will not work. You might not understand it. I need you to write it down. I need you to jot it down. I need you to take it home today and start looking at how can I mend my marriage again by staying home with my wife. She got a lot of stuff to say. She got so much to say in that relationship. She got a lot of stuff that happened at work. She got a lot of stuff that happened to her family. She got a lot of stuff, changes in her body. So many things in the life of the kid that she want to discuss with you. But when you come home 3 o'clock in the morning and then you go to sleep and snoring, she can't talk to you. When you wake up in the morning, you are in a rush going to work, she can't talk to you. It's not a kind of a situation where you text yourself, okay? It's a time that we need to sit together, have a time together to discuss what is going on in the family. How are the kids doing in school? You're supposed to be able to know all about that. How are they doing as per their health? How is my wife doing as per her health? Does she have issues? Has she been diagnosed of any kind of disease or sickness? All right. What exactly is happening to my extended family or your extended family? What do you want to talk to me about at your place of work? Have you been promoted? Have you been demoted? Are you having situation with your boss? Is somebody trying to sleep with you at work? These are the things that women always love to talk to their husbands about. They love to talk to their husband about all this stuff, but when you are not physically present in the place, you are going to mess your marriage up. That's why you cannot leave her alone. She can't be by herself. You don't want her to be by herself. That's not the way God designed it. She can't be by herself. You can't be by herself. That's number one. Number two that I want to quickly talk about is that you are not getting close enough. Most of the time, men don't get very close to their wives. They stand afar off, because this is actually related to the first one. You stand afar off and you're looking at her very far away, and then you're saying that, okay, because she's got anger issue, I don't want to be very close. Oh, because my wife is very mean. My wife don't understand stuff. When I talk to her first time, she won't understand. Okay, let me just give her a distance. Let me just be on this side to be safe. All right, you are digging a grave for your marriage. A lot of men do that too. They're trying to be very sensitive. They be like, okay, my wife, this is the way she is. I don't want to talk to her. If I talk to her, she won't understand. Da 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 da. And then they complain and talk about all of these stuff. But instead of they looking for a way, a strategy, how can I reach this woman? What can I do to be able to touch this woman? What can I do to reach this woman? You're going to study her. When whenever she's got a very good mood? When does she normally have a good mood? So that's the time I'm going to penetrate to talk to her. Okay, you need to understand our nature, understand the way God put her together. If she will need anger management, you need to recommend it by you going for counseling. Now, keeping a distance from your wife means that you're giving the devil opportunity to penetrate the two of you. All right, the devil will penetrate the two of you and mess up a lot of things. Now, so many people will begin to look at their wife at a distance and then say, okay, I'm going to be on this side. By the time she will fail and fall, probably she will come to me. That's not a good mindset for a man to have. If your wife is actually a business conscious person, okay, she's talking about, I want to invest my money in business. You are thinking she might not make it. You don't understand who she is. She's actually a go-getter. She has already done a feasibility study about what she want to do. She believed in herself that I can make it work. All you got to do is to actually join together with her and try to see how can I help her so she will not fail. The moment you begin to push her away and then you are on this side because you don't want her to spend the money, so you are looking for a way to make her to fail, all right, you are digging a grave for yourself. So many of the men do look at their wives and say, okay, this one is very brilliant. Every time she lay her hands upon something, she's always prosperous. Okay, this girl is getting promoted from work. She's going to school again. She's doing all manners of things and everything. So the men, they give a distance. And then they will back off a little bit and say, okay, I'm just going to back up because I'm not going to contribute anything to her. Because it seems like right now she's got so much pride because she's achieving and I'm stagnant. I don't understand. I don't think you should do that. This is the time you're supposed to now join together with that woman and say, let's get this thing done. Let's get it done. Let's get it going on. One of you must be brilliant. One of you must be a go-getter. One of you must be prosperous. All right. By the time somebody is prosperous in the family, it's not the prosperity of that person. It is our prosperity. It is our prosperity. It's not our prosperity, is not his prosperity, is the family prosperity. So we're supposed to rejoice together. And as I was saying before, you are not supposed to be intimidated by your wife. So many people get intimidated by their wives. They don't like their wife's success. They cannot stand their wife because the woman is getting things done. And it's because you are actually an ignorant man. That is why you're seeing it to be our own prosperity. She's bringing the glory to the family. She's bringing the glory to her husband. People will see you on the street and they will thank you for what your wife has become. So, but when you start giving distance, you're supposed to contribute to the success. You're supposed to contribute to the prosperity. You're supposed to strengthen her. She's supposed to be able to look to the back and see you standing right there. And whenever I say invest in your wife, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you investing in your wife. It's not just only money alone. You invest your support, encouragement. You invest in encouragement. You actually tell her good stuff. You can do it, baby. Oh, honey, you can make it happen. Let's do it together. When you have homework, come on, let's talk about it. Even though I'm not into nursing, but I can still join you. We can still talk about it. And all kinds of stuff. You actually invest your support, invest your love, invest your peace, and at the same time, invest your money on your wife. Don't keep a distance. When you're keeping a distance, you are going to blow it. All right? So you need to watch that very well. Now, the next one I want to talk about is you are always trying to fix your wife. That's the problem I have with a lot of men. You should know her by now. You are the one who got married to her. You're the one who got married to her. You're supposed to have known that this woman, this is the way she is. This is how she is. You've been trying to fix your wife for the past 30 years. Some of you have been in a relationship for only 2 years, already trying to fix your wife. Oh, you must change. You must become like this. You must become like that. But you saw her before you married her that she is not like that. That's not who she is. You can't just suddenly make her to look like your girlfriend, like your former girlfriend. You can't just make her suddenly to look like the wife of your friend. You cannot be comparing her with the wife of your pastor. You can't be comparing her with the wife of your colleagues at work. She's different. So for you to be able to now fix her, you don't just fix her like that. By talking and by nagging and by pushing her and all kinds of stuff. Trying to fix your wife is digging a grave for your marriage. It's digging a grave for your marriage. Number one is that you have to accept her for who she is. That's who she is. That's how she grew up. That's what she knew. That's how that's her interest. That's the kind of shoes she loved to wear. That's the kind of dresses she loved to put on. That's her best color. That's the kind of food she loved to eat. That's her kind of cologne. This is the kind of her deodorant. This is the way she talks. This is the way she sits. This is the way she loves to make love and all kinds of stuff like that. You need to just accept her. So the moment you're able to accept a woman, then the woman will actually trust you that anything that you do right after that is trying to enhance her. It's trying to enhance her. You are not trying to pull her down. You are not trying to tear her down. All right? The very first thing you have to do is that you have to accept who she is. Believe in her. Trust her. Accept her, even though she's not perfect. There's nobody that is perfect in life. Even you yourself, you are not perfect. If you ask your wife wants you to look like a different person. Your wife may want you to look like somebody she has been seeing at work. She may want you to look like somebody she's been seeing at the church, but she's not pushing you to be that person. She's accepting the kind of person you've turned out to be. So also you must accept your wife, and then by she trusting you that you have accepted her, that whatever it is that you say is not to tear her down, is to enhance her life. She will yield to whatever you're saying. She will yield to whatever you're saying. You have to go and get a language of love. Understand a language very well. Know what to say, what not to say, how to say it the way you're supposed to say it, what time to say it, when time is not supposed to say it, how long is the discussion supposed to last, and everything. And then you notice all this stuff about her, and then you find out that it's going to be easy for you to actually put some other things into her life to enhance that woman. And most of the time, I see it that a lot of women, they get pushed. They get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. Oh, this is how I wanted to be. This is how I wanted to look. And then they get so tired along the line, and then they feel like, okay, I'm just going to give up. This man is not in love with me. You cannot be in love with me and dislike the way I look. You can't be in love with me that dislike the way I dress. You can't be in love with me and dislike the way I talk. You can't be in love with me, dislike the way I eat my food. All right. So when you complain too much, you are actually sending a signal to that woman that I don't even like you at all. Because all of these, your habits and your character and all kinds of stuff, is not what I'm connected to at all. You can't be doing that after marriage. You're supposed to have done that before marriage. You're supposed to have been looking at all the girls you're meeting and see that the one that pleases you, the one that enters into your kind of description of an ideal woman, that's supposed to be the one you're supposed to have followed. But now you love this one, you actually followed this one, you are married to this one. Stop trying to fix her. Accept her. And then after acceptance, you can now enhance that woman. You can now make suggestions. You can actually buy a dress and bring it to her. You see, when you do that, you are actually sending your marriage to the grave. When you do that, you are destroying your own home. Okay? Buy the dress and bring it home. And say, honey, I found this for you. And let her just wear it. And then she'll like it. Buy a lipstick. I say, you know what? I don't like the black one you are using. It doesn't go with the other dress that you have. This one will go with the other dress you have. Probably you can try this on too. She might end up seeing the beauty in that one. Maybe she loves to wear actually kind of like blues dresses and all kinds of stuff. Now you decide to buy a fitted shirt and say, honey, can you put this on and let's check it out in the mirror? And then you check it out in the mirror and you look at it and you like it. And she might like it too. And then you look at her, she doesn't have body magic. And what is body magic? Every one of us, we have all these roles in our body. Too big belly, you're losing weight, and then the excess meat is actually rolling and stuff like that. Whenever they wear fitted dresses and stuff, it will show. And it doesn't look good at all, So then you buy the body magic for her. And then when you buy the body magic, you bring it home and say, honey, can you put this on and let's check it out. Put it on, check it out, and see how it's going to actually smoothen the whole stuff, and then put a dress on top of it. Let her look at herself in the mirror, and then look at the way she looks. She too will appreciate it and say, how did you know about this body magic? Well, I did my investigation and stuff like that. All right? You see, when you've been trying to change somebody and the person is not changing, change yourself. It's not about changing who you are. It's about changing your approach. It's about changing what you're seeing. It's about changing your position. It's about changing your perspective, the way you see things. It's about changing that around. And then you begin to appreciate another side that you're looking at in that same person, and you'll be able to reach them. And at the end of the day, you will be able to change them. You will be able to influence them, transform them, and change them. All right? Accept them. Love them the way they are. All right? The next one I want to talk about real quick is that a lot of men can say, I'm sorry. You commit crime all the time. You do things that you're not supposed to do, but you just have so much ego. So much ego that you cannot say, I'm sorry to your own wife. If you cannot say, I'm sorry to your own wife, who will you even say, I'm sorry to? You can't even say, I'm sorry to God when you commit a crime. It's a very terrible thing that I don't understand how men go by that. I got to know about I'm sorry way when I was very young, probably like about 10, 11 years old. All right? People should be able to learn to say I'm sorry, especially men. And I want to say this to you, don't marry a woman you cannot prostrate to. A lot of men, they have so much ego that they can't prostrate to their wives. And you don't understand, you prostrate in the bedroom and that woman will kneel to you in the open. Outside, she'll be kneeling to you. Outside, she gets you your food. She'll be calling you daddy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Which is not good anyway. I don't encourage anybody calling the husband daddy. She might kneel down to you and then she respect you outside. People will see that respect that she's giving to you outside, and then they now say, you got it. You got this good, man. But they didn't know that inside of the bedroom, you already knew. You have connected to the joker. The secret of a happy home is by you saying, I'm sorry, and prostrating in the bedroom to appease your wife for her to forgive you. And when you now get outside, the same woman that got mad yesterday that you went to the bedroom to say, I'm sorry to, will start kneeling to you outside, holding you and kissing you. Holding you and kissing you. And people will look at you and say, you got it good, man. It's because you know how to handle business. It's because you know how to handle business. A lot of men, they have too much of ego. They have too much of ego. Too much of ego. So much ego that they can't say, I'm sorry. They can't say, I'm sorry to their wives. They can't say, I'm sorry for the crime I've committed. Please forgive me and all that kind of stuff. And then they will just continue to do nyama and so doing whatever. You see, the moment you are not able to bring yourself down, okay, to the same platform as your wife, you are not yet ready for marriage. You are not ready for marriage if you cannot bring yourself down to the level of your wife. All right? You must not see your wife to be your junior sister. She's not your sister, for God's sake. All right? She's not. If you can sleep with your sister, go and sleep with your sister. But this is your wife. She's on the same platform as you. She's you. All right? It doesn't matter if the age difference is like 10 years apart. Doesn't really matter. She's still you and on the same platform as you. What is good for you is good for her too. So you should be able to prostrate in the bedroom. You should be able to say, I'm sorry when you have committed a crime and you know that you're wrong. And you know that you're wrong. Say I'm sorry. And when you say I'm sorry, make sure you mean that I'm sorry. Don't go back to it again and just continue to do the same thing and say, okay, and stuff like that. That's not the matter. You know, when you apologize sincerely from the bottom of your heart and change your ways. Change your ways, transform your way. Don't let that stuff happen again. All right? Don't let it become a pattern in your life and then you say, I'm sorry today, you commit the crime again. You say, I'm sorry again, you commit the same crime again. That is not repentance. That means you are cajoling her that let's just say, I'm sorry, and then let's do it again. All right? In that kind of a case, the woman will find out after the third time and then she'll walk away from you. You are destroying your home. These are ways that, men, you go through this kind of route, you're going to destroy your marriage by yourself. You're going to destroy your marriage by yourself. If you don't learn to say, I'm sorry for everything. And as a matter of fact, I want you to know one thing. You need to apologize for everything. Either you're on the right or you're on the wrong. Either you're on the right or you are on the wrong. You don't come with competition into your home. That is your home. That is your wife. Those are your children. You want to protect them, then you have to take all the punches. Be the one taking the punches all the time. Be the one to say, I'm sorry, even though it's not your fault. Be the one to say, I'm sorry, even though it's your fault. All right? So that there can be peace in that home for your wife to come down, and then you'll be able to explain to her, honey, this is actually what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. And you'll find out that a happy wife is a happy home. When you knock your ego down, you're actually getting ready for a long-lasting relationship. Ego will mess you up. Ego is going to ruin your marriage. When you knock ego down, you will see peace in your marriage. You'll see unity in your marriage. Your wife will not get angry all the time because she will realize that my husband is a good man. My husband will always say, I'm sorry. So let me just keep on going and keep on loving my husband. Take responsibility for everything. Take the shot. Be the one to take the bullet for all the family. Be the one to stand right in the front of the whole battle and take the whole shot and everything. And when there is somebody that is wounded in the family, you must be the one wounded. All right? Because you are the protector of that home. The reason why you're there as a man is to be able to make that home to stand together. If you refuse to do your job as a protector and you're running away from saying, I'm sorry, you are going to ruin that marriage by yourself. All right? You will ruin it by yourself. Now, the second to the last one I want to talk about real quick, so that everybody can actually get this understanding clearly, is that, don't take our insecurity lightly. Don't take our insecurity lightly. There are so many men, you just don't care. The woman is telling you, I don't like this stuff. I can't do this stuff. I can't be doing this. And you just kind of like laugh it up and say, you stupid idiot, you whatever, this. You are taking our insecurity, you are taking them lightly. You have to know that these are sensitive things concerning her. She doesn't like people talking about her nose. She doesn't like people talking about her shoes, the way her leg is. She doesn't like anybody talking about her fingers. She doesn't like anybody talking about the way the teeth looks. She doesn't like anybody talking about her hair. She doesn't like it. They're very sensitive things to her. You don't mess with those things. Don't. All right? If your mother is actually a very abusive mother and telling your wife that you that look like Scooby-Doo and you are laughing, you are actually digging a grave for your marriage. If your sister is insulting your wife and saying, hey, let's say wago, you are messing up her life. If you do that, you don't take it lightly. You're supposed to be a protector. Our insecurity is supposed to be your job, to be able to help her to become secured. Tell her good stuff about those things. Tell her, I love your teeth the way they are. Tell her, I love your hair the way they are. I love your leg. I love the way you wear your shoes. All right? Always make sure that you give her encouragement. Always give her compliments in every angle of your life. Always make sure you do that. Don't let people ridicule her. Always stand for her outside. Stand for her against your family. Stand for her against your friends. Understand? Whatever it is that is insecurity, always make sure that you go there to protect that part of her life. Make sure. She may not be the kind of a woman that loves to talk. She may be quiet and not talking, and people are actually messing with us. But I say, you won't sorry, and then it's supposed to be your responsibility to say, leave my wife alone. Oh, she doesn't like talking. She just loves to observe. All right. When we get home, we talk about it. I just love her for who she is. All right. Be that person that will say that. Don't be the one that say, we have been telling her to talk. I don't know who is killing her. I don't know who is going to steal her away. I don't know who is going to kill her if she's talk. Don't do that. Don't be that person. When you be that person that is actually tampering with a low self-esteem, you are digging a grave for yourself. She's not secure. In that area, she cannot talk to strangers. She can't talk to people. She's not the kind of a person that talk all the time. Be the one to protect her. If she's actually talking and about to say something, and you find out that she's struggling to say it, take it away from her mouth. Express it for her. What my wife is about to say, is trying to say is this. Cover her shame, cover her flaws, cover her inadequacies, cover her inability. All right? So cover it all. Cover it all. Be the one to stand in gap for her. Don't let people see our weakness. Don't let them see our lack. Be the one to protect her in and outside of the home. That's your job. The moment you abandon that position and that job, you're actually digging a grave for yourself because the marriage is about to go down. The marriage is about to go down. I'm telling you. That's the way it's going to be. And then the last one I'm going to talk about today, because I'm going to actually have a part B of this. The next one I want to talk about is, don't take the fun away from sex. Stop taking the fun away from sex. Be the same guy that you have been before. From the beginning of the marriage, you're this kind of energetic guy, very adventurous kind of guy. You treat her with respect. You do all manners of things to her. You guys laugh together during sexual relationship. Maintain that. Maintain the same thing. Don't take your heart away. Don't put your heart somewhere where your heart is not supposed to be. One thing that a lot of men don't understand is your wife knows when you are here and when you are there. You might be physically with her in the bed and your heart may not be in bed. They know, they understand that your heart has gone. This is not where you are. You are not here at all. You are with another person somewhere. That is why it is good for you to just be with one woman and that's it. Let your heart be with her. Always be available. Don't take the fun away from sex. Always, retain the first energy. Build upon the first energy. Become more adventurous. Take her from cloud number 2 to cloud number 4. From cloud number 4, take her to cloud number 9. Every year in your relationship, make sure you go higher instead of you going down and going backward. The moment you're going backward, you're actually digging a grave for your marriage. You're going to ruin your marriage by yourself. You're going to ruin your marriage by yourself. Always be available. Become that adventurous person. Try different kind of sex position with your wife. All right? Be adventurous. Be nasty together. Understand? All right? Be freaky together. Do it anywhere you like to do it. Introduce so many things to her. Let her understand that you are building upon this relationship, trying to spice the relationship up. What you've not been doing before, try to do those things. All right? The way you've not been handling her before, handle her more better this time around. It's going to make the relationship keep on going. Instead of you going down, that you used to spend 30 minutes before, now you're spending 3 minutes. You used to talk about that and say, honey, I love you when you're having sex. You stop saying all that stuff. And then now you're squeezing your face. Before you'll be smiling and be asking, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? And then she'll be saying, you my daddy, you my dad. And then you took that fun away from it. Now, it now become mechanical because as you're having sex with her, it's just about going in and out. There's no longer facial expression. There's no talking anymore. There's no touching anymore. You're just doing it for doing sake. You are taking the fun out of the sex. And the moment you're doing that, you're actually digging a grave for your marriage because it's about to collapse. Because the woman will now continue to think in her head that, oh, it seems he is no longer here. He's missing here. He's no longer in this place. He's no longer connected with me at all. Okay, that's the problem we are having. Now, what can cause this is that when you begin to do all of this, you're tiptoe all around the street. You are being with American ladies looking for Caribbean girl all around the place, looking for one girl or the other that has big bam, bum, big breast and big whatever. And you're going all around and be sampling people all around the place. You are messing up your own covenant of marriage and you don't know. And you don't even know it. And you are messing it up gradually. It's not going to start the same day. It's going to take some time for you to just keep on going down. It's going to be diminishing gradually. And then the connection between you and your wife will be gone. Now, whenever you come home, you only do it because you don't want the woman to feel like I've abandoned you. So you do it and just go in and out. 3 minutes, you're done. And then you go to sleep. So it is not going to be good for you to take the fun away from sex. You improve on the fun. Take your wife on vacation all the time. All right? You can buy books on sex to read. You can go for sex class, sex trainings. All right? You can do all manners of things just to improve yourself. All right? Eat right. Exercise well so that you can have energy. Let the blood flow down there. You see, when you're talking about erection, you're talking about blood flowing into the penis. So if the penis is not actually getting enough blood, that it's going to be partial erection. And then the wife may not be able to enjoy that sex because you are not hard enough. And then for you to remain hard and just stay for some time, there are techniques that you need to learn. There are things you need to know or how to stay, hard all through the first round, the second round, and then you keep going. There are techniques that you need to learn. When you talk about foreplay, you talk about romance, there are certain things you have to know about the body of your wife. You have to go extra mile to do that. You have to learn these things. You have to ask questions. You have to get yourself ready. Eat right. Eat less sugar. Drink less of Coke and less of Pepsi and all these sweet things to get yourself ready, not because of yourself, but because yourself alone, but because of your wife also. Because when you fall sick, you may not be able to perform your duty as a man. So you don't want to fall sick. You don't want any part of your life to actually be ruined. So you need to stay healthy for your wife and for yourself. For your wife and for yourself. All right. So, and when we're talking about some women are not ready for long kick and stuff, no, the issue with all this is that you don't want to just jump in bed with your wife and just bang all throughout the 50 minutes or 1 hour. You see, what I'm talking about is actually the what I call it, the introductory part of it, or introduction part of it. You go to the shower, you shower together, you come to the bedroom, you start kissing and playing with the breast and all kinds of stuff and all that kind of stuff, and everything like that will take time, and you guys are both enjoying it. You're both enjoying it before you even jump on her and start actually stroking and all kinds of stuff. You guys are already blessed already before you get to that point. So it might last for 1 hour, might last for 2 hours, depends on how good you are. You can do whatever it is that you're doing. Always target the point where your wife is actually enjoying. Whenever you touch or wherever you put your mouth, target that area and do it religiously. Okay? And do it religiously. So today I've been able to establish that leaving your wife alone is not the best. Number two, you have to be very close. Don't disconnect from your wife. Number three, don't always try to fix her. Don't always try to fix her. Accept her. Number four, always learn to say I'm sorry. This will help your marriage. Number five, all right, make sure that you don't take her insecurity lightly. Don't do that. And number six is that always make sure don't take the fun out of sex. Keep it growing. Develop it. Keep it moving. And you will find out that your marriage will be together. Like I said yesterday, it's a big thing. Marriage is not solidified on the altar. I said it yesterday. Adam and Eve didn't get married under the tree. God didn't tie them together. No. It didn't say for this reason you will leave your mother and father. They don't even have mother and father anyway. So marriage is solidified in the place of sex. The moment you have sexual relationship with somebody, that's where marriage is established. So we need to seriously disconnect from sleeping with people all around. Find a wife, marry a wife, be faithful to that wife. Find a husband, marry a husband, be faithful to that husband. You see, jumping all around the place means that you're breaking this covenant to enter into this covenant. You're breaking this covenant to enter into this covenant. You may say, oh, but I gave her a marriage license. The marriage license is actually a document. It's not connected to heaven. Your marriage license got nothing to do with God. Marriage is spiritual. Marriage is spiritual. And so if you live together and you're having sexual relationship to God in heaven, you and whosoever you are having sexual relationship, you guys are married. And like I said yesterday, many of us have been married before the day of wedding. Many of us have been married before the day of wedding because you have already tasted the forbidden fruit before. During that particular time, they have recorded it in heaven that you are married to that person that you are having sexual relationship with. All right. Don't always want to build your whatever on marriage certificate. Marriage certificate can't keep a man to stay with you. Marriage certificate can't keep a woman from staying with you. All right. So the issue with marriage certificate is actually to give you your benefit in case anything happens. There is going to be the benefit that you're supposed to get from that man or from that woman. The marriage license is a kind of a legal document that is not being used in heaven, but is being used on earth. All right. To know is a proof that we are married on earth. But marriage itself is a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. Good morning, Daddy Bamteko. God bless you, sir. Marriage itself is a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. We have to be conscious about it. We have to understand marriage. It's a spiritual thing. And even here in America, if you live with somebody you are not married to for 6 months, by the law, you are married. And that's actually worldly law. It's not talking about heavenly law. So even in heaven, if you sleep with somebody right this moment, at the moment you're sleeping with that person, it's recorded in heaven that you are married to that person. That's why the Bible says if you sleep with a prostitute right now in heaven, you and that prostitute, you are actually married in heaven. And marriage is spiritual. So you need to understand it. Run away from all this sleeping all around, unfaithfulness, and jumping from one bed to another bed and stuff. You are confusing heaven. They are recording you to be married to Miss A today. Tomorrow you are married to Miss B. And then you don't understand the kind of covenant you're actually transferring. The woman is coming from another man. You are coming from another woman. You are transferring different covenant to yourselves and all kinds of stuff. No wonder a lot of people are actually inside bondage. And they're not able to get out of it because, listen, when you sleep on top of the chest of a person, there is a transfer of covenant. And when you put your penis inside the hole of another person, there is a transfer of covenant also. And you don't understand, you don't even bother yourself. Condom cannot block the covenant being transferred. Condom cannot block it. It's not something condom can do. Condom can block transfer from happening. So we need to understand. We need to understand that. So, so when as we go further in life as a man, always remember your way of life can ruin your marriage or can build your marriage. And for many people who do not understand, a man is got the most responsibility for a home to be together, for a home to grow and develop, for love to grow and develop is the responsibility of a man. It is not the responsibility of a woman. Any home that you see that the man is the one running around, the man is the one running around to make the marriage to work, marriage will always stand in that relationship. Whenever it's the woman that is running around to make the marriage to stand, most of the time the marriage will end up eating the rock. A man is so responsible to keep marriage together. A man is very responsible. It's very, very, your role as a man is important to keep marriage going. You don't want to abandon it. You don't want to abandon your role as a man. You don't want to abandon your love for your wife. You don't want to abandon anything in your home. You want to work together with your wife to make marriage to work. You have to work with your wife to make your relationship to stand. Sacrifice it all. Sacrifice it all. Whatever is actually important to sacrifice, sacrifice. If it's about you hanging out with your friend, let them go. If it's about you hanging out with your parent, let them go. If it's about you hanging out with your brother, let it go. Stick with your wife and let your wife enjoy the best of you. Let your wife be number one on your priority list. Let your wife get on your undivided attention. Let your wife eat the best of the fruit. Okay? She is your nest of kin. She is your partner. And as a matter of fact, she is you in heaven. So we need to understand all of this stuff, that you cannot do projects without the consent of your wife. You cannot buy things without the consent of your wife. You cannot build a house in Nigeria without the name of your wife directly on top of the document. She must sign. You can't save money anywhere without the knowledge of your wife. She must be your next of kin. Nothing you do in this life, all right, nothing can be just in your own name or the name of your brother or the name of your mother, in as much that you are married. If something is wrong in your relationship, Go and fix it now. That's all you need to do. Don't give a distance. Don't disconnect from your home. Don't disconnect from your wife and be saying, okay, I'm going to stand here and now I'm going to be very wise. I'll be saving my money on the side because I know she will divorce me one day. Why are you thinking she will divorce you one day? That means your hands are not clean. Then the next thing you need to do, if you are seeing divorce written on the paper, in your mind, is for you to go and fix whatever it is that is wrong in that relationship for everything to become normal again. It's all about fixing that thing. You are not fixing your wife. We are not fixing your husband. We are fixing that thing that is wrong in that relationship. In that relationship. That is the way it's supposed to be. Fix it and maintain your relationship. Fix it and maintain your relationship. Don't let your mother use you against your wife. Don't let your brother turn your back against your wife. Nothing should be able to, no, you should not allow anything, nothing. You shouldn't allow anybody. Your pastor must not have any authority over you to turn your back against your husband, against your wife. It must not happen. It cannot happen at all. It should not happen at all. You can't listen to any other person against your wife or against your husband. No, you can't. Whatever it is that is missing in your marriage, go and introduce it into it. Fix that home. Let the home be at peace. Don't be abusive. Okay, don't beat your wife. Don't raise your hands against your wife. Be a matured person that knows how to sit down and talk maturely. Be a grown-up that can actually sit the wife down and explain yourself. Be a man that can prostrate and say, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I have wronged you. Be a man that can actually protect the wife. Be a man that can actually guide the family. Be a supplier in the home. Be a face around your home. That's the kind of a man that wants to stay married. That's the kind of a man that wants to bless the family. That's the kind of a man that is matured enough to be called a husband. You need to grow, and be able to be a man, a husband in a home. Now, majority of the men will come up and say, I've been a good man. No. You can't say you are a good man. It is somebody outside. It is your wife that will give you that record. We are going to ask her. She will give you that report. My husband is a good man. You can't say you are good. So many of you believe you are good because you go to work. Oh, I am good man. I go to work. That's not enough. I am good. I pay the bill. That's not enough. I am good. I carry my children to the park on Saturday. That's not enough. All right? That's not it. You can't say you are good. Nobody can even say they are good. You will leave that judgment to your wife and say, Madam, how is your husband? She will be the one to say, my husband is good. It is from your wife we know. You can't tell us you are good. All right? So, but make sure you try to do everything to make you good. Try as much as possible to do everything to give you a credit. All right, love your wife. Okay, submit yourself, submit your money. All right, submit everything you have to take care of your family. Be present in your home. Be a lover of your wife. Be a protector of your children. Be the spiritual head of that home. Now, many people don't understand this part. By being the spiritual head of the home, Christ gave you the opportunity, gave you that responsibility to represent him inside of that home. So your responsibility is to become the priest of your family. You should be the one to pastor your whole home. No wonder a lot of women, they stray away, they go to all these prophets and all of it. This is because the man in the home is not capable to be a husband. It is because the man in the home is not capable to be the husband. He's not capable. Global Activity, this is for men today. We are doing women later. Please, we are doing women later. Today, let us join hands together to educate the men today. We are coming with the women later. All right? Be the priest of your home. That is why women jump around. They jump around because there is no leadership in the house. No leadership at home. When they are going through spiritual situation, the man has got nothing to do. The man doesn't even understand what is going on in the family. The man doesn't even know how to pray. He doesn't even know how to quote scripture. He doesn't go to church, doesn't do anything. So there is a priest lacking in the home. There is a pastor lacking in the home. The moment you assume your position as a spiritual head of that home and you are the pastor of your home, you lead prayer in the morning, you lead prayer at night, you counsel your family all the time, you read the scripture, you prophesy to their lives, then your wife will have no reason to look for another man outside to give them what God is saying. You will be directly connected to heaven to instruct your family. To instruct your family. So you will instruct your family. Your wife will depend upon you. Your wife will trust your judgment. She will follow your lead because you are following Christ. So she will have no other option but to follow you. But to follow you. The problem is that the men that we have today, they are no longer in their position. They have misused their position. They have neglected their position. They have given their authority out to a prophet somewhere outside. They have abandoned their position as the priest in the home. The priest in the home. It is good for men to go back to that position right now and go back and connect to your God and become the representative of God whom you are. That's who He created you to be in the first place. Be the head. Be the head. Be the spiritual head of your family. Be the spiritual head of the family. Praise God. That's exactly what it is. You need to understand that. And when you understand that one, you will find that there will be reduction in people getting scammed all over the place, women being slept with, being raped all over the place. You will find out that you as a man, you are now taking responsibility. You are now in charge of your family and you are doing what is the best for your family and you are being a fence around your home. Nobody should be able to penetrate you. They are not supposed to penetrate your wife with stupid prophecy. They are not supposed to penetrate your wife with messages and all kinds of stuff. They will pass through you first because you are the fence. A pastor must pass through you to get to your wife. A prophet must pass through you to get to your children. All right? They cannot scam your wife. They cannot scam your children if you are a responsible man who is the spiritual head of his home. If you are the spiritual head of your home, you will be able to prevent a lot of things from happening. Women sneak around because you are not where you're supposed to be. You don't go to church, you don't pray, you don't do nothing. Just live your life recklessly. And you're expecting your wife to follow you. They can't follow somebody that is not responsible. You have to be responsible in that home for women to follow you. For them to follow you. Be responsible. All right. I'm going to open my telephone line for people who would love to call in. I see somebody said they would like to call in. I won't deprive you of that opportunity for people who would love to call in on the show. You can go ahead and make that phone call in. Let me type in the number to reach me. The number to reach me in the studio is 1405-550-5135. All right. That is the telephone number to reach me in the studio at this time. I'm pinning it right there to the wall. You will see it right there on the wall. If you want to make a phone call in, quickly make that phone call. I don't have too much time. I think I have counseling sessions this morning. By the grace of the Lord, I'm preparing to leave for Canada in the morning. Canada, here I go. All right. So I'm coming into Canada by the grace of God. Pastor, can someone ring via WhatsApp? Of course, you can ring me via WhatsApp. You can use WhatsApp to call in if you want to call in. So the telephone number is pinned to the wall right there, I believe. Oh, no. I think I pinned a wrong message. Let me pin the right one. Yes. All right. The right one is there. Plus 1405-550-5135. That's the telephone number to reach me in the studio. Somebody's calling right now. Let's pick this up. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Pastor Shola.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. Calling from Houston.
That's fine.
This is a very good topic today.
Yes, ma'am.
About our men taking the lead.
Yes.
Women, we want to be led.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to be sure the man that is leading us knows where he's going, what he's doing.
Okay.
We don't want to deal with somebody that doesn't know. And people don't understand that When you lose trust in somebody that is leading you, everybody is on their own.
Everybody's
and
on
then
their own.
everything falls apart. They don't understand that. And I'm seeing more women try to do their own thing because they don't want to be bothered anymore. They don't want to baby the man that's supposed to lead them. So they would rather raise the kids, do their own thing, which at the end of the day doesn't work. I work with a lot of elderly patients.
Yes.
And I see the impact of people that work together. I see the harmony when they are at the end of their life.
Yes.
Considering those that do not. The loneliness is out there when they don't have the companionship to go through all those chronic diseases that they are dealing with. Compared to those that have that support. And at the end of the day, you hear the wife saying, he's been a good husband. I will do anything to support him. He's been a good wife. I will do anything to support her at this moment.
Yeah.
That makes a difference. Sometimes I want our men to see these people and understand that they need to build their family. They need to lead right. They need to put God first. And don't think maybe you don't need to show off to anybody. You don't need to impress anybody. Oh, I'm the controller in my house. No. All you need to show off to is your wife, your family, all it together. Especially in this America today, our kids need us. Our kids need to see that unity.
Yes.
Things are breaking left and right. So we need our men to lead. We want them to lead. No woman wants to control her husband. We love when our men lead us. So nobody is controlling anybody, but we just pray God will guide them. God will give them the spirit to listen to this and do it right.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you, man. Thank you for calling. See that, men, I believe you guys are listening. I believe you are listening to this. The women, they are not fighting you. They are not contesting you. They don't want to contest your leadership at all. They are only looking for a man who is got the direction, the roadmap is in your hand, and you have what it takes to lead. That's all they're doing. Let me pick up this call. Hello? Hello? All right, that call is gone. The telephone number is still there, 405-550-5135. For people who would love to call in. They are not fighting you. They are not contesting you. They're contesting with you. They know you are the head of the home. All they're asking for is for you to lead correctly. Go to church with them. Pray to God with them. All right, be a provider in the home. Don't squander the family money. Don't be jumping in bed with women all around the place. Let them trust you. Don't carry the money that belongs to your family and go be blessing your extended family, your mommy and daddy. You are buying ticket, buying all kinds of stuff for them. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I actually wanted to comment on yesterday. Is that a possibility, or can I do that later?
You can do that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yesterday, when you were talking about marriage,
yes,
there were a lot of things you said which I agreed with.
Okay.
But the foundation of marriage is not in the ceremony. Yes, true. But it's in the words. Your words, just like when Adam got married to Eve, when he said, "This is my bone, the bone of my bones, and this is my woman." Bottom line. That was when he got married. Like you said yourself, you later knew her.
That was a vow, sir. Yes, sir. There is difference between vow and establishment of marriage.
That's exactly my point.
Sir, there is difference between the covenant. Sir,
that's exactly my point.
Sir,
there is different. Is consummated by sex.
There is different.
You can have sex without vows.
Yes,
that is called fornication or adultery.
No, yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. There is the vow of marriage, and there is the establishment of the covenant of marriage.
Exactly.
It's two different things. It's two different things. It's two different. You see, the vow is not the establishment. The vow is not the establishment of the covenant of marriage. It is sexual relationship.
The consummation of the vows. The sex is the consummation of the vows. The vows come before sex.
So
when there is no vow,
you see, the vow is a word of mouth.
When there is no vow,
excuse me, sir.
Then it becomes adultery.
Excuse me, sir.
Fornication.
Excuse me, sir. You see, the vow, The vow is a word of mouth. I can give a vow to a prostitute in hotel. I can give a vow to anything.
If you break your vows, you are a covenant breaker. Psalm 15.
Excuse me, sir.
If you break your vows,
excuse me.
You are a covenant breaker.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
We need not to be over spiritual. What I'm teaching you
I am not being over spiritual. I'm being realistic here.
No, sir. You see, let me tell you.
Anytime you have sex without a vow,
excuse me, sir. Maybe I don't want to disturb. I don't want to disturb the flow of this meeting. If you want to argue with me, can you call me later after the stuff? We're going to talk about this system.
Give me the time. We will discuss it. Give me the time.
Of course.
When are you free to discuss?
Of course. Just call me when after the show. Then we talk. All right.
When does the show end?
Hello.
Hello, Pastor Shola.
God bless you, Jerry. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Wow. I don't know. First and foremost, I'm actually calling from Austin, Texas.
All right. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah. First and foremost, I'd like to say you've been a blessing to me all of this time. And you've changed so many mindsets. You've changed so many things about me.
Thank you.
And I learn every day, and may God continue to bless you.
Amen.
And I also know a lot of my brothers out there feel the same way that I feel.
Yes.
You've changed my mindset so well that I look at myself a lot of time and I feel guilty. Before listening to you, I have this self-conviction, just like you said, oh, you think you're good. What makes you feel you're good, you know?
Yeah.
I look at things I do, I say, but I'm not a bad person. You know, that's my feeling. But now you've broken that down that no, how do you qualify yourself as good? You know, somebody else have to do that for you.
They have to do it for you.
Which makes a lot of sense. My problem right now is that, and I was the one that typed in that I like to talk to you after the show.
Okay.
I think I still need a counseling session with you.
Okay.
When I came to the country, I got married, right? One thing led to the other, and we got divorced. It was a crazy divorce.
Yeah.
Before I came to the United States, I had a son back home. Okay.
Okay.
And I was never married to my boy's mom, even till this day. I don't know. I think I also need some kind of anger management. I've over time told myself, you need some anger management yourself. So I never got married to my boy's mom for some reason. The same man feeling, oh, I'm good. They're the one that they're bad. I'm good. They're bad. You know, self-conviction of, you know, and that was the issue. So I eventually got married to somebody that I called my friend. And again, we're married right now, but we've been separated.
Wow.
Since I started listening to you, because when we started having issues, some action, I probably took those actions wrongly. Sure. The actions made me feel threatening because of where I was coming from my last marriage.
Yes.
And I felt, okay, this is going to happen again. And my wife she's very smart. She's very intelligent. She's a good woman. I tell you that. I have my own problems, and I see the things that I think that are problems that I cannot really deal with.
Yes.
You know, so much so that I told her at a point in time that I think you and I could have just kept ourselves as friends because we were doing so well as friends, and we got married, and everything is not in shambles. You know, but having listened to you, I'm beginning to have so many guilt, you know, like we talk about parents today, and because I just felt like, why would my wife not want to have a relationship with my mom? You know, especially with the fact that my mom has been in this country with me for over 4 years before I got married to her. My mom was with me when I got deployed to Afghanistan twice. You know, what's the big deal? You know, those were the things that I was looking at. I was like, no, I'm not gonna let that happen. And I had my issue. The worst mistake I made was my wife already got our paperwork approved. All she got to do was she got a green card approved and all that stuff. I just went ahead and I called the embassy and they canceled it.
Wow.
And they canceled it. I haven't listened to you. I've been in pain. I'm depressed. You know. I'm in pain.
Is she still single?
She's still single. She's still single.
I'm working on a relationship right now. They've been divorced, and the divorce is actually done. And right now we're about to do the second marriage between them right now. So the man too found out, okay, I think I've wronged the woman, and he doesn't feel so good. And then we approached the woman. I mean, he approached the woman, and the woman was kind of like really like, I'm still in love with you. If you are ready to change your ways, I'm ready to go another journey with you. You never know. If now you feel like, okay, I think I know what ruined my marriage the first time, and you are more matured now to be able to hold it now. There's nothing wrong in you approaching the woman one more time and say, hey, listen, I messed up, you know, but if you can give me a second chance, I think I'll do it right now. That's if there's still love. If there's no love, then just
I love her, Pastor Shola. My other problem, my other concern, having listened to so many of your counseling sessions over your show is, who is my wife right now? I ask myself every time, who among these three people is my wife? Is it the lady that I have a child with, that's my only child, that I have? As a matter of fact, she had a son before my son. And if I don't tell you my son's brother,
you know what we do? Let's do this. Let's take it off the hair and call me later. So we'll talk and we see how we can work things out. But I believe there is nothing we cannot.
I need you, Pastor Shola. You're the only one that have spoken, and your word has like passed through my heart. So bad that I go to sleep with guilt. And I go to sleep with so many questions, unanswered questions. So I really want to speak to you based on a counseling session.
We will definitely do that. Call me later and then we'll talk about it. All right?
All right, Pastor Shola. God bless you, my dear. Thank you so very much.
Bye. Yeah. All right. The other guy that called, he's trying to know, very simple question, I believe. Let me pick this call. Hello?
Hello, Pastor Shola.
Hello, madam.
Hello, this is Maury calling from Germany.
All right. You want to contribute on the show?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Please. What you said today was just raw and truth, the way it should be said.
Okay.
And we, the women, we appreciate all the effort you're really building homes. But another thing is yes, today is for men.
Yeah.
Like me, I have some little experience. I would say my little experience in life. There are some men also. These men are lovely, nice. They respect their women. But their wives. But sometimes the women push the men to do
we don't want to talk about that, madam. We don't want to talk about that today.
Okay.
I don't like. Is it what I don't like? You know what I don't like. You know what I hate?
Okay.
I hate competition. You see, when I'm doing topics, when you look at the topic today, it's for men. It doesn't mean that if I put it that how people ruin their homes, I could have bring the women back into it.
Because I still have.
So if you are the advocate for men, please, today is not your day.
No, I'm not advocate for men. I'm a woman. Okay.
No. There are some women. There are some women. They are haters of women too. You don't know. There are some women. They are haters of women. They fight against other women. All right. So they always want to stand with men to fight against women.
No, I'm not so. I was just trying to talk something before facing the men on. Like what you just said. Some men find it very difficult to even pray with their wife. When you ask them to pray with you, it's like you are disturbing them.
Okay.
I know a man, go to church is a problem.
Yeah.
Follow your wife to fellowship is a problem.
Yeah.
He doesn't even come back home. He stay outside 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and come back home. He spends 2 days in the house. He used his job to say all manner of nonsense. This marriage has been working just because the woman put many efforts.
Yeah.
I know other men, these are just my direct people, not outsiders. Now I'm just talking within me.
Yeah.
I know the other sister, the husband, what he does is to go and loan money, borrow money and be drinking. He will go and do things without consulting his wife, buy car, he will hit the car, the woman will be the one to follow the man to pay.
Yeah.
Now, when the woman is pregnant, the man doesn't even care. Now, after the first baby they had together, the lady refused to have another baby. He said because if she's pregnant, the man will not even ask her, even help her, or even boil hot water. All his concern is from work to their parlor with his friends.
Wow. Wow.
This is my direct younger sister. I have tried to build this marriage. She refused her husband touching her. For some days, the man called me for over months. He has not, but I don't want to start because the last time I put my mouth into their matter, I was enemy to my sister. It took God's grace because as a believer, I try not to have problem with her. I decided to make peace with her, talk senses into her. I know many of them, they are like that. They go out after even their own wife friends. So women are afraid of having friends, bringing their friends home because of the kind of useless character the men are showing. Especially African man. African man will tell you that he can marry 10 wives. The culture demands. So that's the problem that we are facing today. So a good man is a trouble. Fine, thank God there are women who find very good men. You understand? We give God all the glory.
I know.
Just like me, there's something you said I was laughing.
Yeah.
You said some men, when they take all the blame, just like my husband. I was in France many years before I met my husband. I'm using myself now. But I have moon cried, I fasted and waited for years. When God showed me my husband, the Holy Spirit told me he's a man. Do you know that anything I do, this man will never find offense? One day I was afraid. I said, Oni, I'm sorry for all the nonsense I've been doing in Dutch. I said, I'm sorry for all the shizy. He said, no, honey. I said, please, you're my mirror. If I do anything you don't like, tell me. I'm the one pointing at yours, but you never told me mine. He said, don't worry. You understand? Sometimes I look at the man. So every time I meet him, I pray for him. Because I don't think there's any other man that will take my shit. Something. You understand my character, some things. He will always work to provide. Nothing I will ask, he will not give me. And I don't even ask because I look at him, I say, this man, make sure, like most of the couples here, they pay bills with their husband, and this. I don't pay anything. I don't say anything. He's the one providing. Sometimes, let me take you for a restaurant. Let me take, if we get there, this man wants to pay. We will start dragging. The people will start laughing. I will beg him.
Don't beg him. Don't beg him again. It's his responsibility. You go and be saving your money. Don't use your money to buy clothes and shoes. Go and be saving your money for the raining day. You understand? For the raining day. Be saving it. All right? So the Lord will be with you. Go and continue to be respecting that your man. Cherish him. Pray for him constantly. The Lord will continue.
I buy him this, his birthday. I will make sure. Sometimes I tell him when we go to holiday, I told me today I'll be the one to do this. Honestly, find his head older than I. I know, I understand it. We have mutual understanding.
That's good.
Sometimes when I want to be hosted, he will say, honey, don't be hot. You don't need it. I look at myself as a stupid woman. I will not keep up. I will look at you and say, look at your face.
My dear, let's allow somebody else to call here. Thank you very much for calling from Germany, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello, can you turn on the computer, please? Oh God, this person is not ready to make phone call. All right, as I was saying, the guy that called the other time was, instead of asking, let's pick up this call. Hello?
Hello?
Can you please turn the computer you're using to listen to us, turn it off?
Okay.
Yeah, we're hearing you, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Yes, Pastor, I thank you for everything that you've been teaching us, men.
Yeah.
I really appreciate everything you've been doing. My own question is about circumcision in marriage.
Okay.
My question about circumcision is that what do you do in a situation you are a man and the wife that you marry, she's circumcised, and it's becoming every time you are always the one that introduce, talking to her about sex and everything.
Yeah.
That she doesn't have that urge of having, mood, be in that mood. And it's becoming a problem in the house that, every time it's like you're getting tired, and you've been in America for so long, and you have an exposure. But the person that you dating, maybe because people always tell me that, have you ever slept with her when you were in courtship? But, there wasn't anything like that. But, as time goes on, it became a problem in the marriage that she doesn't want to do anything. She doesn't see anything good in, really, because every time you always accuse men, that men is always the one that made the women to cease from having sex with them. Falling in, making love with them. But sometimes it's not like that. There's some African women that they have, circumcision. And because of the circumcision, they are not always in the mode of having, making love with their husband. So what do you do? Do you go out of, do you go out of your relationship, or what do you do in this kind of situation?
Okay. Thank you very much for coming to share your feeling, how you feel. It's very good. There are some women like that. And I want to...
the Americans, the way they treat men and the way they do things. So far, if you introduce it into your marriage, it's like, what do you call it? All these things that is there out right now.
What are those things? What are those things? What are those things? What are those things you're talking about? Tell me one of those things you're talking about.
Like, what they call oral sex and stuff like that, most of the African women, they don't like such a thing, and they believe it's a sin. Or the pastor will be telling them that it's a sin, which is not true.
Yeah. Now, let me break this.
They listen to the pastor more than the men on the house.
Yeah. Let me break this down to you, my brother. I understand where you're going. Circumcision, number one, is not what is affecting your wife from having sexual relationship with you. You understand what circumcision would do is to just reduce the sensitivity of that private part where the whole stuff is. Okay. Now, there are so many times that people do say, "Oh, my wife is no longer interested in sex with me." Probably you are actually boring in bed. When somebody's boring in bed, it can cause it for a woman to disconnect sexually from that person. Number two, it might be because of religious activity. Some women, they have been messed up in their head that they have preached to them in church, and they believe sex is a sin. They don't understand what sex, is in the relationship. So they believe sex is a sin. Oh man. So you understand what I'm saying? So and then another thing is that some of them you might think, okay, oh, this person is exposed, this person is whatever. They cannot know more than what they know around the circle of people that they mingle with. Your company of friends can influence you and affect your life also. Understand? So there's so many things that could affect a woman when it comes to that. The most important thing that you guys should do is that you need to see a sex therapist to be able to diagnose what exactly is wrong with her. Why is she not interested in sexual relationship and all that. So, but before then, probably what you need to do is to actually introduce some certain things to her. Now, do you drink a little bit?
Drink?
Yeah.
No, I don't drink.
Okay.
I drink wine sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You drink wine. You drink wine some of the time and all kinds of stuff. Do you drink with your wife sometimes?
No.
Right. Now it's possible for you to introduce a little wine here and there with yourself and your wife. Go out, to a place, sit down, eat, and then drink a little wine here and there. That can get her on. Can actually push her into that particular realm. At the same time, do you guys crack joke? Do you guys laugh together? Do you guys touch? Do you guys kiss outside? Do you guys hold hands when you go out and walk on the street?
Yes, but Pastor, you already said the thing that what the ministers of God in Nigeria have put into these people's head is too much. Pastor, it's too much.
Yeah,
it's affecting them so much. Every time it's like, oh, Jagbadura. Let's, do we have to pray all the time? I understand we have to pray, but not that we pray, you make it and everything is about religion, about
church. You don't. I don't believe in you praying before sex. All right, I don't believe in praying before sex. I believe in you just jump into the act and do it. Angels are not watching you. God is not even watching you at all. Do whatever it is that you want to do and get out of there. Now, when it comes to the issue of oral sex, okay, the women coming from Nigeria that are actually very religious people, they will tell you, you can't put it on anything or whatsoever. All right. And then they're going to ruin their marriage based on that. If it's something that you like, and like you're talking about, you're going to go outside, you cannot go outside. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to ruin your marriage. I just finished talking about it. You can't go outside. What you need to do is to fix the inside. Fix your wife. Be the leader in the home. Let your wife disconnect from the pastor of the church. Let her disconnect from the prophet. Let her see you as the leader of the home, so that when you introduce new things to the relationship, she's going to accept it. Are you getting my point now? So you need to step up. Step up your leadership. Okay, and be the one to be the spiritual head, be the one to be the financial head, be the one to support her, be the one to emotionally be there for her, and you will find out that your life will change and transform as you begin to gain understanding and connection to you. Are you getting my point? So whenever you guys are having sexual relationship, don't just say you're the bombo. Don't just say yeah, don't just say yeah, best is okay. You have to train her into it. You actually teach her how to go by all of these different stuff, because our brain has been messed up in Nigeria with a different kind of teaching. So they believe missionary style is the only style that a Christian should do. They believe a Christian is not supposed to be giving ringtone when they're having sexual relations, so they have to close their mouth. They believe a Christian is not supposed to actually be adventurous to do other things. So this can mess up your relationship, but the issue is that you yourself, you have to take control of your home. And then the next thing is that you have to make sure that you see a sex therapist to be able to explain certain things to your wife, so that she will see a reason to participate in whatever it is that you guys are doing. All right, you can talk to me after the program, and I can give you a kind of some little stuff here and there. Okay.
Because sometimes when I get very hungry, I'll say some things that I'm not supposed to say. Like, what, Market, get out of this marriage. I'm tired.
Don't get out of the marriage. Don't get out of it. Don't get out of it. Spice it up. Take your wife straight to a hotel. Go and rent a very nice, fancy hotel. Get a bottle of wine, put it together, buy suya, shawarma, all that kind of stuff, put it on the table, right? Turn the TV on, start talking about, don't talk about, hey, lolo pani next week, hey, salary, oh, for me, hey, salary, oh, one more minute, kill for what I say, don't say that, all right? Look for something that is funny to talk about, something that is good, and then you guys relax, drink a glass of wine here and there. I'm telling you, she will come out of her shell. That your wife is freaky. She can't show her other side to you because of what they are teaching in church. All right? She is freaky. You will not believe your wife loves sex. By the time you're able to take her to that level, she will explode. She will open up to you, and every day you will enjoy your sex life. Are you getting my point? Call me after service, okay? Let's talk. God bless you. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. If you have been calling before, you are not able to reach me, you can go ahead and call now. The telephone number is 405-550-5135. There are so many freaky women out there, and they're holding themselves together because of religion, because of what pastors are preaching. And the pastors are freaky. You heard what the lady said yesterday. The pastors are freaky too. They do all manners of things when they get home. Understand? But when they come to church, they'll be saying all manners of things, glory to God, and all kinds of stuff. And then you are listening to what they are saying. Instead of you servicing your husband well, instead of you servicing your wife well, you are depriving your wife, you are depriving your husband of that enjoyment. All right? You need to be very careful. All right? So the other guy who called first, he was trying to get the clarification between marital vow and sexual relationship. Sex in between two people. I said something yesterday that when you go to the altar, it's just formality. Formality alone. There are so many people that didn't get married inside church. Some of them didn't even get married in the court. They just actually. Let's pick up this call. Hello? 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 Can you turn your computer off, please? We are hearing the sound. Well, let me just make this announcement real quick for everybody listening. If you are making phone call in, please turn whatsoever the device you're using to hear us, turn it off. We don't want to hear the sound on the background at all. Please, we beg you. All right? Now, the marital vow is actually the vow between the husband and the wife that I love you, I want to be with you, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you. All right. Hello? Oh, it's gone again. All right. Now, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And I promise I'll give you my vow that I will love you until the end of my life. That's a marital vow, a vow between a man and a woman. Now, it's possible for you to break that kind of a vow. When you sleep with other people, you are breaking your marital vow. Okay, when you go to the hotel to sleep with somebody, when you remove your wedding ring. Now, people do put a lot of importance on wedding ring. Wedding ring is just a token of your love to that person. There is nothing in there. There is nothing spiritual about the ring. All right, it's just something that they call a sign, like a token for you to know that I love you, I give you this ring. All right, some people will see that ring outside, they will say, oh, this is a married woman. It's a sign to make people to know that this is a married woman. People do remove that ring whenever they want to have sexual relationship with another person. They remove the ring like as if to say the heart of their wife is actually engraved inside of it and is hidden inside of the ring. So they remove the ring, they put it on the table to now do whatever nasty stuff they want to do. And then when they're done, they take a shower before putting it back on. So they believe when they go to take a shower, the shower has removed all the sin, the guilt and everything, so they can put their holy ring back into that ring. Many people don't have a ring because they engrave their own ring in their heart. And that is what I'm saying. You see, it is a thing of the heart. It's a spiritual thing. You can actually give somebody your vow and say, oh, I love you, I'm going to love you to the end of my day. And at the end of the day, you break that vow. But when that vow is written on your heart, it's a spiritual thing. All right, that's why the Bible is talking about the children of Israel. It said, let it be written on the plate on your heart. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning, Pastor.
Good morning. Can you speak up if you want to contribute on the show? Can you speak up, please?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
I just want to know that because like every time I enjoy your teaching, I've learned so much from your teaching.
Yes.
But I just thought of most of the time, most men will say the women are not doing, the women are not they are more in daily father. But really, what about if the woman is the type that she can do anything with a man? She's freaky, as you said. She can go anywhere with her husband, do everything for the man. Even the one they are paying outside, they will not even go to the defense of what the wife can do. And still, the man is still cheating outside.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
What you're trying to know is that if the woman is a good woman doing everything and then the man is still going out to cheat.
Life is fantastic. She herself knows that she's good at what she's doing. And the man says they've been on for years. But still, she still found out that the man can cheat with anybody outside.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with today. We are trying to educate the men not to do so. There are certain men that they are actually addicted to cheating. And if they've been cheating, they cannot turn away from their ways. And then we're now trying to let them understand what they're doing. That if you are a man like that is cheating on your wife, on your spouse, you are digging a grave for the destruction of your home. So they need to stop doing all those things. Several things can cause it. So many things can cause a man to cheat. Some people are born cheats. Some people, they started cheating because of friends. You say what?
Because the sex life is good. And the woman is okay, and the man self can know that, yes, there will be good. So why will he still be going out?
No, there's so many things. It's not just about sex. It's not about how good you are in bed that makes a man to cheat.
And
some men they need someone to listen to them. If you are not listening to him at home, you want somebody to listen to. If you are the kind of person that always shutting down and condemn his ideas and stuff, somebody else is actually massaging his ego outside. It's not just because of sex alone men cheat.
Daddy, we are just talking about this sex issue, not only because of sex, because this man can only one single hand of what he's saying that his wife is doing. Even he's telling people outside that his wife is free. Even when he did it to the extent that the woman was ready to do, he was telling people that he won't be ashamed.
Of course, I say you are not getting my point. There are so many reasons why men cheat. They can't. You see, when somebody is cheating, is he going to tell you this is the reason why I'm cheating? Some women, the other time I saw one particular man came to my office and said, "Oh, Pastor, I'm cheating because I can't sleep next to my wife. My wife's ear is stinky. My wife don't take a shower. The armpit is stinky constantly." And the woman is a good woman. The woman cooks. The woman cleans the house, make money, go to work and do everything. But hygiene part of it, taking care of her body, she's not doing that. Are you getting my point? So many. Will the man tell her? No, the man told me. I was the one that interpreted it to the man, to the woman, and said, "Madam, you are not clean. And this is the reason why your husband is going outside." All right? So many things can cause it, my sister. So all you need to do is just to drag that man to a counselor, let him go open up to a counselor, and then you guys can sit down together and look at the reason why he's cheating. It is not powers and principalities. Some people believe, oh, it is powers and principalities that is making him to cheat. No, it is not the devil that is making him to cheat. Something is wrong in that relationship. There's something wrong with him. There's something wrong with the woman. There's something wrong with the foundation of their relationship that must be fixed. There's something wrong. So many things can happen. All right, in relationship that will cause a man to cheat or a woman to cheat. So you need to pay for counseling session, and you and that man need to go and see that counselor, and then you guys can table your case. You will never know what that man will open up his mouth to share about his marriage. God bless you, man. Hello? Hello?
Good morning, Pastor Shola.
Good morning, man.
Yes, Pastor Mrs. is here again today.
God bless you.
I hope everybody's good. I actually wasn't watching the program from the beginning, but I was able to get a little of what everybody's talking about.
Okay.
And I realized that we're talking about cheating in marriage.
Actually, we're not talking about cheating. That's not what we're talking about.
Men,
I
realized
we are talking about those things that men do to ruin their relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have talked about over
I know
7 things.
Talking about things that men do. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, when we talk about the things that men do that ruin their relationship, I see that it's actually a two-way thing.
Okay.
We must, most marriages never started based on you having the intentions of ruining it.
Of course.
But both of us, both the men and the women.
Actually, today we are talking about the side of the men alone.
Yes,
we don't want to talk about women.
Both of us are usually the cause of it. The way we make things work is what determines the action of the next person.
Of course.
But majorly, most men are the ones who push the women. The way a woman is factioned, yesterday I spoke about the way the men are factioned, which is they're wired to think according to what they see.
Yes.
Yeah? Now, we women, we think with our heart, emotions. Most things that we do, we put emotions into it. And that is why every little action of a man is held tightly by a woman. We women hold on to every action you take and we put it in a deep pocket. And that's why someday, at every point in time, they go back and dig that pocket out and say, "Sure, nothing got to blah, 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 blah." So every action of a man usually is held down by a woman. Now, I would talk about lack of appreciation from men. Every effort that your wife takes or puts into something must be appreciated. Because it is not usually very easy for women. We have to take care of the house. We have to take care of the children. Even when you men make money, we have to manage it. So there's so much a woman is doing. And when a man now does not appreciate what that woman is doing, that's why I said appreciation goes a whole long way.
Yes.
2, a lot of men do not have minds of their own. They follow the bandwagon. The only thing most men carry that makes them men is that thing that the Yoruba says, "Okololori ile." And in actual fact, a lot of men ends the olori. Let's leave pain of bills aside. Let's leave your manhood aside. Your ability to carry your family along with you in everything you do.
It's very important.
Makes you a man.
Yes.
See, some women feel slighted by little things. Very little things. So as a man, you must give your woman attention. As a man, so many men feel too comfortable at a point when they have their wives at, they already feel, I want me down. Yes, my wife is already my wife. She's not going anywhere. Now, they start following their friends to the bar, to the club, to the kiniko. These things sometimes can be very disgusting to women. What most women want is be with their husband, not necessarily be hanging out at clubs. You must be able to carry your wife along with you in most things that you do, even social activities. These little things that we do not think about is part of what forms compatibility in marriage. And if you do not do them, your marriage might not work out. Sometimes, if you like, do all the styles of sex. Do all the cooking in the house. Do all the provision of money. If there is no compatibility between you and your wife,
it will not work.
It will not work. So somehow men must learn to understand their wife, understand her needs, or not her wants now, her needs, and be able to put things together, put everything together with provision. I personally, I don't like when you say, I provide for you, I do this, I do that, I do this. I'm not a lazy woman. Go to hell with your money. Do you understand?
Of course.
You must be able to put money, time, effort, and attention together.
Yeah.
So if you don't give all those things as a man, even your sex is bullshit. You will find out that if it's one non-entity outside, because women like attention.
Of course.
Thank you very much, Pastor Shola.
God bless you, my sister. God bless you, man.
All right.
Thank you very much for calling. Yeah. All right. That's another very great contribution today. As I was saying, so the difference between that, marriage is solidified in the place of sexual relationship. All right, sexual relationship. Breaking the marriage vow and all kinds of stuff, it's a real thing. It's a very important thing that we have to actually watch out for. And what's a vow? Actually, the vow is not just the word of mouth. The vow actually is what you have in your heart that you believe you're going to do. Some people will say some certain things and they don't really mean those things. And then they will not say, oh, this is my marital vow to you. But that vow is actually fake. It's what is actually in your heart that actually matters. All right. So many people may not even say anything, but their behavior will show you that there is a vow, for this particular woman inside of this man. So it is very important for us to actually know that. So it's just only formality. Going into the altar and saying I do or I don't and all kinds of stuff like that is just formality. It's very good for us to do it. I'm not saying don't do it. It's very, very important for us to do it. It's a kind of a ceremony. It's a kind of a way for us to be able to celebrate ourselves. It's a way of actually, for us to be happy. And then it's an entrance into marriage. Entrance into marriage. It's a one-day thing that you do. You celebrate yourself and then you go into marriage right after. I am not saying that people should be sleeping around. I'm not saying sleep outside of marriage and then don't get married or whatsoever. I'm not saying that. I'm only telling you your marriage becomes solidified in the place of sexual relationship. All right. That's when they record it in heaven that you are married. Pastor Shola, what do you say about a guy who is yet to marry a woman and because he feels he has sent his family to the woman's house, for a brief introduction feels he owns her already and think he could treat her anyhow. Sorry for digressing, sir. I feel I should just ask. Well, introduction is actually a mind that I'm interested in your daughter. I want to marry your daughter. And then the family already agreed that yes, you can marry our daughter and stuff like that. That's actually the beginning of a serious relationship. At that point in time, you are not. Oh my God. Let's pick up this call. Hello?
Hello, Pastor Shola.
Hello, ma.
Well done. May the Lord be with you.
We thank God, ma.
Yeah. I just want you to be aware of some people that might want to take advantage of you.
Me?
Like that guy that called and said that, what he's trying to say is that he had 3 relationships and he wants you to help him.
Yeah.
Kind of advise him whom to choose.
Yeah.
So more or less like he has destroyed 3 lives. Now he wants to choose out of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the first wife, the first woman, gave back to him.
Yeah.
And the second one, he married. The third one, he married. He even disrupted the green card.
Mm.
So I don't know.
So how is he trying to take advantage of me?
Yeah, because now he is now telling you that, I've listened to you and I've changed and things that you told me and things that you told us.
Yeah.
Okay, if he has really changed and if he has really listened to you, he shouldn't have problem of whom or what the next step should be. So I don't see him as somebody who is now, I don't know. I don't want to judge.
So how is he taking advantage of me? I just want you to tell me how he's taking advantage of me. I do my job. If somebody called me and said, I need to talk with you, all right, I listen to their story, I listen to their stuff, I advise them based on what the Holy Spirit is telling me. People don't take advantage of me. I don't sign documents for people. I don't give people wives. I don't do whatever. So I do my job as a marriage counselor. Anybody can talk to me, madam. It doesn't really matter what they passed through. They must have been married 20 times. I don't really care about the number of times they've been married. What I care about is who do you want to get married to? What kind of counseling do you want from me? And all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to do my job based on how the Holy Spirit is leading me. So I don't want you to have that mind of anybody taking advantage of Pastor Shola. It can never happen. It has never happened because I'm not a kid. All right, my sister. So nobody's taking advantage of me. Unless you know the guy, if you know the guy, if you want to expose the guy and say, okay, that guy, I know him, he's a thief, he has dated me, he has dated my sister, or I know him, then change the whole stuff around and tell us the story. We will listen. The sister is gone. All right, so it's a different story. If you know the brother, if that brother is a thief, if the brother has dated you before and you want to expose him, tell us. We will listen. We will listen to the whole stuff. All right. So as I was saying, that's actually the entrance of the relationship after introduction. It's another higher level of relationship. At that point in time, you have no right to. Okay, I don't think we'll be able to explain anything today. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the program. I'm also watching.
Thank you, ma.
I'm also yes, and I appreciate it. And for the first time, I think I have the courage to speak out.
Wow.
And talk about what I faced.
Wow.
In my past marriage. I wrote to you. Later you will remember.
Okay.
About it. A lot of us, especially from the Yoruba side, are in this kind of closure of when a woman cheats on her husband. Nobody asks you why. You are labeled. When a man cheats, they give so many reasons why he can't. When a woman cheats, nobody looks inward. It destroys so many women. I'm one of them. It is depressing. I still will continue to say it, sir. I never regretted doing it. You know why? my husband never lived up to his duties, especially sex. Can you imagine a woman married to a man who never once will touch her?
Wow.
Who will always be either I am praying, I am fasting, I am going to the mountain.
Wow.
Can you imagine a husband who will never kiss except on the wedding day?
Wow.
I couldn't speak out because I didn't want to be labeled. And when you talk to him, try to talk to him, he has a lot of...
Hello? Hello? Wow. Man, that number is gone. That's wow. That's wow. That's wow. People are going through a lot. Yeah, that's abuse. Yes. People are going through a lot in life. So much. Hello?
Sir, the line went off.
Yes, go ahead, ma.
Yes, thank you, sir. I am just finding the courage to speak out now, and it is just because I really appreciate you for the program. There was a time I had to write you on this. I felt the closure has been for years now. We have divorced, but the truth, I actually want to lay emphasis on why a woman will cheat. This man pushed me to the wall. I cried for sex. I had to masturbate myself at home to get satisfaction. I cried for sex.
Wow.
He had no compassion. He couldn't do anything about it. And when you talk to him about it, he tell you, he had this kind of rigidity.
And he's a pastor.
He's not even a pastor, sir. But he's a pastor's son.
Oh, okay.
It was terrible. It was so we don't eat together. We can't even eat together in a place. I am a very neat woman. I do all those things. I know I did very well as to the aspect of cleanliness and other things. But he had problems. He didn't want to face it. He had sexual problems.
Like he couldn't get erection.
He has erection. The erection doesn't stay long.
Oh.
I tried to talk him into it that I think because you don't have sex every time, then that is why the problem is here. He said, no. He never, the crazy African mentality was on him. He's always like, shut up. When it's about sex, shut up. He's not like that. He fantasized with women on phone. He fucked them on phone. You will see him doing all those sort of things on phone, but he's not doing it at home.
Wow.
He couldn't even stay on you for 5 minutes or 3 minutes.
Oh.
And it was on like that for years. I am telling you, as much as when I ask for sex, I am always the one. My position turned to become the husband in the house, asking for sex.
Wow.
I can count how many times we had sex in a year. Yes. And all those periods, I will be the one.
Wow. Wow.
Is that not suffering and smiling in marriages? People tend to categorize women who eventually leave their husband or who are eventually caught in maybe, and when they see any little thing, they know, do you know what I am saying? Is that if I told him, if Jesus comes down today, he's going to kill him first before killing me. He's going to judge him first. It was terrible. It was a terrible one, sir. A terrible one that will make you to cry, make a woman to cry. Like, why? Is this marriage?
Wow.
Is this what marriage is all about? If a woman, likewise, same thing with men, I've not tasted sex before, you will feel, if you were married to the kind of man I got married to, you will feel that is how marriage should be. That there shouldn't be sex, and you a lot of women, I must tell you, I only find the courage to speak out. Most people I've spoken to about it is always written because of shame of people labeling you. I'm sure on this program too, you start seeing people writing comments like, too loose women. That's what he said when it happened. I didn't want to do it. It was just a boss that had to push me into, I cried on the day it happened. I cried. But I was pushed to the wall. I'm telling you, I never regretted leaving that marriage. My only regret was that I had a child with him. Terrible to the extent that the child will always sleep in the middle. He doesn't even know how to touch you. When you ask him for sex, it's always like you are asking for something sacred. How can a woman be the one asking men for sex? Some women still live in. I have friends who still live in their marriages. Their husband never caught them in their heart of going out of a marriage too. Women do it. Women go out to cheat. And why? Why are men not looking into it? Why are the African men not looking into the reason why my wife will leave a marriage? It's so agonizing. It's painful. I just find the courage to call you today when I started listening to your program, and I had the courage to speak out and say little. This is just little because I'm emotional. I can only tell you little of what I faced in that ill-fated, bad marriage that destroyed my life, because it actually destroyed me, because I never planned I was ever going to get divorced. I was never going to leave my husband. But because I never thought he is that kind of man. The kind of marriage we go into, and we know him, we say that sex is important. I think that you have to start emphasizing majorly on sex. Sex is the most important thing. It brings you closer. It brings the man and the woman closer. Then you can now start saying, I want to pray together, I want to fast together. I told him during that marriage that this your fasting, that pastor, that your prophet on whichever mountain they ask you, all the 24 mountain in the whole world, they know them in Nigeria.
Wow.
If they ask you to come and pray, they said God will strike you with thunder there because your prayer can never be answered. Then he will say, you are cursing me. Oh, shepe for me. Oh, man, shepe. And these people too will say, oh, bring your lemu. I said, yes. But your prayer, when you go out, you say you are going to pray, but you are not good at all. You have not even fulfilled your obligation at all. It's crazy, sir. It's crazy. You have to discuss it well. Sex is as much important to the woman as it is important to the men. So women go out to cheat. I am one. And I am telling you the major reason why it happened. Even though it's painful, even though I have seek forgiveness of my sins, still I have to point it out that it is crazy. When I saw that this useless guy got married to someone else somewhere, I just felt, what is it like? Was he pretending in that marriage, the marriage with me? What is it going to be like with the other woman? It's crazy, I will tell you. It is. It made my son to become a child of a single mom. It made me to become a single mom indirectly, because I never knew that marriage was going to end. But it ended because of him, not me. Thank you, sir.
Madam, this is serious, but the Lord is your strength. God will bless this your new life, and the Lord God Almighty will establish you and put a smile on your face, man. God bless you. Thank you very much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
All right. Wow. This is crazy. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Many people are going through so much in society. They cannot say, they can't tell because of what the church will say, or the people will say, or pastors will say. Many of us are still in the relationship today, not because we are still in love together. We are only there because of what the society will say, the church will say, the family will say. And every day we are dying. We're dying emotionally, dying spiritually. And people are dying physically too. Your strength is going down, and I don't know. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello, good afternoon or good morning. How are you today?
We thank God. Do you want to contribute on the show?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just listening to the lady. My name is
Okay.
And I just want to contribute to the lady that was speaking. one of the things that, because I deal with a lot of young ministers as well when they're getting ready for marriage. In Nigeria, Africa, where we come from, there's this thinking that for you to have spiritual power, you have to stay away from women and your wife. You know, the spiritual mentors that young pastors had then, because I see what that woman talks about. It's a lot of things. A lot of ministers' wives are suffering from this, where their husband, they're on the mountain one way or the other. They're going this, they're doing programs in the house, and the woman are left there to suffer. I know a woman who had to come to me and say, Pastor, I'm sleeping with someone in church. So this is a lot of things going on. And I think that men, I know today's show is about men, they need to be educated that your sexuality should not and cannot affect your spirituality. You know, because a lot of people think when they hear the word sexuality is a sinful thing. In the context of marriage, sexuality is actually God ordained. The Bible says, and Adam knew his wife. The word knew there is the word intimacy. And even 1 Corinthians, if you're looking in the Bible, 1 Corinthians says, you know, so that you avoid immorality. You could marry yourself and have intimacy. You know, so I say, even if you are going to fight, you must have that agreement that, okay, I'm going to fast for this period of time and stuff like that. So, you know, I thank God for your life, for what you are doing to educate people. And I think men, ministers, they need to be educated that sexuality sexuality within the context of marriage does not and cannot affect spirituality.
That's it, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you very much for calling. God bless you, man of God.
Yeah.
All right. You see what I'm saying? I know. And with what the man of God just said, I don't really think I should say anything. That's just the truth. It's just the truth right there. And as a minister of God, as a pastor, you know, when you engage in sexual relationship with your wife, it's actually going to help you. That's your partner. That's the powerhouse. That's the person that will be praying for you, agreeing with you, and all that stuff. When you guys are together and you're having sex together, and you're praying together, your ministry will grow. Power is going to descend from heaven. Okay, the Bible says he will find a wife, finds a good thing, then obtain favor from the Lord. So when you guys are together, then you will see the favor will blow. The breeze of favor will blow you in your face. Trying to answer the question from before, introduction, between family. Okay, let's pick this call. Hello.
Yes, hello, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
I just want to say that I'm so glad that you've used your platform to educate a lot of us, men and women, on a lot of different issues that are going on within marriage and relationships.
Yes.
My contribution today is just going to be this. Men have lost their vision. Vision as in how they are supposed to be the head of the household. There are some men now that they allow their women to work. I'm not saying women shouldn't work, but they allow the women to work and they are just collecting from the wife, and she's the one, taking care of a lot of different things. And they feel comfortable in that aspect. A lot of men now are not really taking up their responsibility as a husband, as a father, which is very important in the context of family, obviously. One thing too that I've noticed, especially here in America, is that the men have found it to be comfortable with not really fighting for, how can I say, like, unity in the household. I have an instance where I have a friend that her husband is working, but they don't contribute. He doesn't really contribute She's the one doing everything. And at the end of the day, he gets very, very upset that, she doesn't want to do some certain things for the household, and then she always has to remind him that you're the head of the house. If you are working together, then things will flow easily. But with it always being one-sided, it becomes very difficult. So I just want to say that men should just really understand that their role is to be the leader of the house. As you stated before, once the man is a leader of the home, spiritually, in sexually, everything, the home has no room to fall. Is my own opinion anyway, because God has already said that man should be head of the home, man should be head of the marriage, man should be head of the family. And one last thing that I will say is that a lot of our men don't have relationship with their children at all. And it's not good, because when they now grow as a girl into a woman or as a boy into a man, they will fail at relationships because they did not have a male man to show how to take care of a wife, or how to be a good man, or how to, care for a woman, or for the to be their father. You understand? So I think that men just need to step up in that aspect and just really be leaders of the home. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. God bless you, my sister, for calling. God bless you.
Yes.
Wow, fantastic contributions today. You know what I'm saying? I really thank God for the life of all of our callers today. I believe the very first guy that called got a little bit upset, trying to drive his point home. The society that we have today is actually a place where everybody's got the right to speak, to talk, and to express themselves. But when we do it in a kind of a respectful manner. If you have a question, feel free to ask your question and do it in a very, you know, respectful way, matured way. You have got a point talking about the vow. It's very important. I'm not saying don't go to the altar. I'm not saying don't exchange marital vow. What I'm saying is in the place of sexual relationship that marriage is solidified. So you give your vows and make your vows to be real and original. And don't go outside to break your vows by sleeping around with women or sleeping with men all around the place. So stick to the man that you're married to. And that was what Paul was saying, that if you want to remain single, remain single. But if you know that you cannot control yourself, that you're going to burn with passion, he said, go and find your own wife and go and find your own husband and get married to them and remain married, enjoy sexual relationship. So, you know what I'm saying? So may the God Almighty bless us and give us the opportunity to know the will of God and how to carry ourselves and how to deal with situations in our homes. The major thing I actually want people to see today is that if there's any situation in your marriage, if your marriage is going through waves and storms of life, don't leave it like that. Don't say, oh, I don't like my wife. I am going to be very careful of my wife. I am not going to be very close to my wife because she's this or she's that. The best thing for us to do is to find a way to settle whatever it is that is inside of that relationship. Deal with that relationship. All right. Take that relationship to the panel beater. Take that relationship to the mechanic. Let them fix whatever it is that is wrong in that relationship so you can enjoy it in 2020. Aspire to enjoy your relationship in 2020. Get ready to sacrifice and do whatever it will take to make your home settle. Now, always make sure you remember, all right? Don't leave your wife by herself. Number 2, always make sure that you're very close to your wife. Number 3, always make sure that you are not a fixer. You're not trying to fix your wife. Accept her the way she is. Accept her the way she is. Accept her dressing. Accept the way she talks. But try to enhance her and to compliment her. All right. Number 4 is always learn to say I'm sorry. Learn to say I'm sorry in all situations. Take the fault all the time, even if you are not at fault. Take the fault. just for the sake of the peace of the family. And then the next one is that always make sure that her insecurity, you protect her. Protect her. Don't take it lightly. All right. Don't expose her to your family. Don't allow anybody to speak badly of her. And the last one I said was make sure that you do not take the fun out of sex. All right. Don't take the fun out of sex. Build your sex life. Introduce more things into your sex life and spice up your relationship. You're going to enjoy every bit of it if you are able to do that. All right. Accept yourselves, accept your wife, accept your husband. And then you see the peace that will reign in your relationship. By the grace of God, I'm going to be coming back again to talk about the part B of this because I have 17 points. I've only been able to talk about 7 or 8 today, so I'm going to bring the others to you by the grace of God. All right, thank you very much, everybody, for watching this broadcast. I so much appreciate you guys. For people that will be meeting me in Canada this weekend, this coming Friday, tomorrow, I'm going to be on my way to Canada. And on Saturday, this coming Saturday, it's going to be the relationship party in Canada where we're going to be having so much fun. People are going to be allowed to come in with their bottle of wine, come in with your spouse. Bring your spouse as you come in. Be well dressed, be ready for a party. We're going to turn the light off. We're going to turn the light down low by the grace of God. You guys are going to have so much fun actually being together by the grace of God. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. If you need counseling, you want me to actually talk to your wife and your husband for you, or maybe you need a moment of coaching, feel free to call me and then let's book a session for you. And don't forget,
Brick house.
It's not free. I charge to counsel people.
Into the room.
So don't approach me if you know you are not able to pay. Thank you very much. God bless you. Love you. Bye.
An angel, so sad. Mr. Angel, I'm a stranger. Don't know what's going on. The last thing I remember was I slept last night. This is a border town that takes you where you get a crown. Must have heard of heaven where you came from. Only those whose name I find written in this book of life will forever be in paradise. Is your name in this book of life? Is your name in this book of life? Here is your name in this book of life.